Welcome to this episode of Founders Files. We are your hosts Marisa and Heidi, and our guest today is Woutegginkmp4. Today's episode we will talk about Wout's entrepreneur journey, advice on entrepreneurship, and what influences AI can have on a business.
Welcome, Wout. Thank you for joining us. Could you give us a quick introduction of yourself and what you do as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I've studied originally from Nijmegen. I've been born and raised in the Netherlands. I've studied in Maastricht for 6 years. And after that, I became an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 8 years. I'm mostly obsessed with the question, why do startups fail? 90% of all enterprises of new organizations fail. So that's a lot. And I think you can tackle a lot of failures by making the right decisions along the way. And I've been, helping a lot of new entrepreneurs in the first 2 to 3 years. And now I'm doing two things. One is I'm having an AI startup together with two heavy technical co-founders, which I'm very proud of, called Twin AI. And I got a VC firm called Tenzing Alpha. I have it together with four partners, each with their own background. So my background is mostly in strategy and commercial traction. And for my partners is, for example, one is a lawyer, one is a high-level finance guy. So we invest in the startup, but also we give guidance.
How did you come up with your first viable business idea and what steps did you take to turn it into reality?
For my last part of my study in Maastricht, I had to do like a description, and that was the minor entrepreneurship, I think it was called. Mm-hmm. And I did it together with Frank Arets. He was my guidance from the hogeschool. Mm-hmm. And I developed a shoe tree called a brand called Oxford Excellence, and we sold that. So every day you are wearing shoes, you will sweat like a glass shot glass, and that will go into your shoe, and therefore your shoe will be a bit damaged, a bit smelly maybe. And you put in like a cedar wood shoe tree in them, and then that's helpful. So that was a lot of mistakes we made in that process. First of all, we noticed that every consumer was a single buy. So somebody would buy like one or two sets of shoe trees and then never comes back because, you can use them your whole life. So you better can build something or sell something which is usable or consumable for people. So that was a big learning. And we also had a lot of issues in the production. We had big batches of them coming from China to the Netherlands, and it was a sort of a wood which would be a bit of alive, and you would see like a lot of spots within the boxes. So that was a lot of learnings, but we lost only a few €1,000, so that's always good. Learning money. Happy to do that. But that turned into my first profitable business because I directly after I finished my studies, I bought a shoe repair store in Deventer. So with the shoe repair, shoe tree, we went to several businesses to say like, well, hey mate, can you maybe sell our product? And a lot of people were highly interested, especially this guy. And he said, I would like to buy this product, but it's not smart for us because I'm for sale. So I'm trying to keep my inventory as low as possible because then it's easier for another company to buy them, right? So we thought, okay, this company is for sale. So maybe we should dive into this business and understand what's going on. So we did a full roadshow through all the shoe repair stores in the Netherlands, which were for sale. There were like 10 shops. We collected all the information, all the data, all the year reviews. We asked them questions like, hey, why do you think this industry will still succeed in 10 years? Why do you think it might fail? And that was really interesting. We gathered all the information. And the first shop we went to, Deventer, it was for sale for 45,000 euros. So not that much, but quite an amount for somebody who's just student off. But during the time we did the roadshow, the guy had some heart problems and he fell down a few times. So his wife declared bankruptcy on one day, just out of nothing. So we were then in contact with the curator, and we said, like, yeah, we're interested in the shop. We really would like to buy it. And we made an offer of 4,000 euros to the curator. That was quite a difference. And the guy countered. He said, like, well, yeah, that's not enough, and you should pay more, stuff like that. And then we said to him, like, well, the inventory is this, is that, a little bit of goodwill. 6,000 euros is our final offer, take it or leave it. And of course, the curator was very happy he had somebody to buy this shop. Mm-hmm. And that's how I bought my first company. That was quite cool. Yeah.
Aside from your current successful businesses, did you start any that didn't succeed?
Well, over the last, when I was really young, I started selling in primary school. I sold CDs. So you buy one CDs and you copy them in a machine. Mm-hmm. And it's a semi-illegal thing. And then I sold them to all my friends of like 9 or 10 years old. I sold them for €5 or something. Mm-hmm. That was a good first business. My second business was that I was shaving cows when I was 15. Cows in the winter, they go within the farm. Mm-hmm. So, and they have a lot of hair then, and they're close to each other. So they get really hot, and then they use more food. If they are a bit colder, they use less food, and therefore it's way cheaper. So, nobody knows, but you shave cows every year. And we did that together with a friend, and we just went to farmers and said, hey, can we shave your cows? And we asked €3.50 per cow to shave a cow. Those two were also pretty okay, but not really scalable and a bit profitable as well. So that were the first couple. And over the last 10 years, I think I've had at least 50 ideas, which I didn't pursue. I had at least 10 ideas I pursued and didn't really start a company. And definitely also started like, let's say 5 companies, which failed, I think. Mm-hmm. Maybe less, three who failed, maybe. Yeah. Depending how you calculate. Yeah.
How do you balance persistence with the need to recognize when something isn't working?
Notice if something just doesn't work out, you can push and push and push, but after a while you have to make the decision that this is not the right fit. And most of the time it's or that there's the problem market fit is just not there. For me, it was always the team. Always the team was the challenge, that somebody was not able to put up enough time, or was not able to, I don't know, you need a bit of creativity, I think, if you're an entrepreneur. You always have to look for ways, how is something possible, instead of how is something not possible. So I had a few business partners who always came to me with problems. And I always say, like, well, don't come to me with a problem. Come to me with a solution. That's how you show that you thought about it, that you have considered some options, and you just want to double check or verify with me, or I can maybe brainstorm and give my solutions. But if somebody comes with problems always, then yeah, um, yeah, yeah. So if somebody doesn't come with solutions himself on a daily basis, then yeah, you don't push forward and you don't see the business opportunities. You don't see the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need something in regards to a way of thinking and as part of creativity, I think, which is very important for entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What advice would you give entrepreneurs who are facing repeated failure and aren't sure if they should keep going or not?
Well, I would very much congratulate all of them. Great step forward. You are 10 steps further than the person next to you who didn't fail. So, yeah, success will come as long as you keep pushing and trusting yourselves. And yeah, it's a process of improvement. And I have so many cases around me of people, who failed first 2 times and now have a very, very big and profitable organization. And if they didn't fail the first 2 times, yeah, they would have never had the learnings how to set up the third one the right way. And yeah, um, yeah, you just keep learning. And I think mostly for second time founders or second time entrepreneurs, they already know quite a bit in regards to asking for help. Don't make any assumptions. That's the biggest learning of all. Assumptions are the mother of all fuck ups, everybody says, and I completely agree. So in regards to first time entrepreneurs, everybody thinks, oh, I'm gonna sell like these glasses. Oh, we don't have a screen. We're gonna sell like a certain glass or something, and everybody's gonna want these glasses. As long as we have the inventory, then we can start selling. Rookie mistake. I also made them a few times. Start selling first. Sell 1,000 of the special glasses you have designed, or 100, and then say like, okay, we're going to now make these products and see where we can produce them. And if you can't find them or something, or you can't buy them, well, tell your 100 clients, sorry guys, here's your money back of 15 euros per glass. We didn't we have some problems with our constructor or something, with our factory. Nobody cares. It's all good. But the other way around is always happening. That somebody says like, well, I'm going to buy a bulk of 1,000 of these special glasses. Everybody's going to want them. And then they arrive and they notice, oh shit, they're too expensive. Or, oh shit, people want a special glass, which you can also put coffee in because I want that. Or I want to buy them in bulk and 100 pairs for my restaurant because that's our target market, because they're perfectly used for that example. But you only notice at the moment you start talking with your customers. And that's by far my biggest learning, I think. Always start first with your clients, start talking to them, ask them what their demands, what are they looking for, and then start like producing in bulk. Yeah. But yeah, and so second time founders mostly know that this part as well a bit, but they also know that ask for help, because everybody has to shoot and press on your business plan. That you say like, well, this may be good, but have you thought about this? Oh shit, I haven't. Great. Yeah. And then you shape and polish your business plan to from a rough diamond to a clear diamond. Yeah.
Wout, you're the co-founder of Twin AI and Integrated Data Solutions Group. Can you tell us what inspired you to start these companies and the vision behind them?
So IDS is located in the south of the Netherlands, in Sittard, and we started it with 4 business partners. I have a very good friend of me. He's the absolutely best in sales, and he said, I want to start a company and I just need a little bit of more knowledge and a bit of capital. And then we said like, okay, let's arrange that. And it was also about relatively small amounts. And it was about specific knowledge in regards to, I needed some guidance in legal mostly. management and strategy. And so that's what we did. And now for the last 6 months now, I think, I started Twin AI, which is a platform to build AI automations. So what we do is that we build a workflow that you shoot off like 40 prompts after each other on GPT or Perplexity or any other model. So we are second layer AI provider. So we have the fundamental models like ChatGPT, and we build our software on that AI, and we're able to automate the most complex digital business processes for SMEs. So and that's really fun. We have a live product. We have 15 paying customers. We're happy with that. It sounds like nothing, but building a piece of software is difficult and challenging. So if you have some people willing to pay, let's say, €350 a month for your software and keep using it, that's a good start, because then you're able to go to the next phase, and that's get some sort of scale. And that's our phase at the moment. Maybe interesting also for today is, you have a few options to start a company, and one is to build like more a simple company that you say like, well, like a coffee shop or a recruitment company. You should be profitable from almost day one. That's important. The second option is to more start a startup, that you have a new innovation. You see a big problem within the market and you think, okay, I can build a solution for that problem. If you do that, you often have to raise capital, or you bootstrap, but raising capital is easier. And what's most important if you're going to start a startup or start raising capital? Number one is the team. So I always prefer a team of people who don't know each other from a bar. Because if you know somebody from a bar, just a couple of friends, it's often people with the exact same DNA. So it's probably 3 big commercial guys from the same town, from the same university, all same. So they are not complementary in regards to their knowledge. To broaden the scope of knowledge and network, it's better to have like 3 individuals with their own background. I have a very famous chart which says like the hacker, the hustler, and the third one, the visionary dude. And I highly believe that's step one. So if you start a company, a startup, look for different people with different backgrounds, and the best starting team is 2, 3, or 4 people. Single founder is almost a no-go. Hard to raise capital, and you get like narrow-minded. That's also challenging. So if you have 3 people starting a company, I would prefer to have like the CEO, of course, a CTO, a technical dude, and maybe a COO or CCO. If you're building a tech product like a piece of software, I would highly advise that the CEO is also technical. If you look at Elon Musk, for example, great example, also a technical CEO, because the software component is a massive part of your startup. So that's one. You have your team. If you want to raise capital, your team is most important. And then maybe have a little bit of traction, that you say like, well, we've talked to a few clients and somebody wants to do a paid pilot or something. We can do like a bit of research for €1,000. Who cares about nothing? But at least somebody is willing to pay a little bit of money that you do a bit of research. That's a lot of helping. And then you write a pitch deck, and you just start talking to investors and try to raise. But now innovation is moving so quickly, especially with new models in regards to AI. The ChatGPT 4.0 was a big step forward. The next model coming is the GPT 1.0. It changed the IQ of the way of thinking of AI from 80 IQ, which is for people who are not that smart, I think, I don't know, to 120 IQ, and I think that's more normal or something. And that happened within a year time. So you have to observe the market on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and just make plans for a very long time, of course, where you want to pursue to. But you have to check in every 2 months. Am I still on track? Or is the landscape around me shifting and changing? So do I have to move a bit more to left, to right? And that's what we do now. That's a massive switch. Before I was thinking more long term. This is what we're building in a year. And now we just see the whole field switching the whole time, and we also have to make decisions based on that. Yeah.
For entrepreneurs without a strong tech background, integrating AI can be overwhelming. What practical advice do you have for non-tech founders who want to implement AI in their business strategies without getting stuck?
Yeah, great example. Use Twin AI. We are built for exactly this need. So what we do is that if you want to build a simple AI product, you can build it on Twin. So, for example, what would be I would not advise to build it, but it could be a startup that you say our startup makes is a CV converter. So that you say you have a CV. CV is English, right? Resume. You have a resume, and you want to have an upgrade of your resume, or you want to build a B2B tool for recruiters that they have an old resume and they want to switch it into their own brand or something. A very simple tool. Something like this you can easily build on Twin with 3-4 steps within a day. You can build it, I think. So I'm always happy to give a demo to any student listening. Just go to my LinkedIn profile and send me a message. Happy to do that. And secondly, we also are hosting a course for, it's more for a bit more. It's a 3-day course. It's costing also €500 to join. But maybe we can make maybe we can try to give let's say 5 spots for free for the people studying at the University of Maastricht. If you like to join, just send me a message on LinkedIn. Happy to do that. Yeah.
What is your personal opinion on the ethical issues that come with AI?
Doesn't give a clear overview of the world, how we see it. So if you ask, for example, an image builder, make 5 pictures of highly successful CEOs in the Netherlands, for example, you would get 5 pictures of 5 dudes who are old, who are wearing a suit, who are wearing a watch, for example, as pictures. So in that regard, it's dangerous that you will have a lot of racism and discrimination within those models. So that's one thing we have to be aware of, I think, and fix as well. But that will probably work out. And AI is going to take and replace a lot of people. Firing a lot of people will happen, but it will also create a lot of new jobs as well. So that's also good. And we will go into an era. I am a capitalist by heart. Highly believe in that people should work, and that the government is not responsible for everybody. But that will change. We will have a basic universal income within 10 years because of AI. Within 10 years, I expect that 30% of the jobs will vanish, have been vanished. If you take one example, like transportation industry, 3% of the whole world is working in transportation at the moment. Well, within a few years, you will be able to press on a button in your Tesla, and it will automatically become a taxi. And once we have that, tech also for drivers of the bigger trucks. Why would you let a human drive a truck, which is expensive, which can more accidents or it's more dangerous? He has to sleep, so you can't use the vertical like 24 hours a day. So there will be a massive switch in that regard. And we can't. If I like a world with or without AI, more or less, I don't know. I think I would like a world without phones. I think that's the most annoying thing in regard to people's happiness and loneliness and stuff like that. Yeah.
Are there any industries that are safe or not touchable by AI?
Everything in the entertainment industry is, I think, not too bad. I think football will still exist. I think. Journalists. I don't know. All the movies will also be probably, all AI created in the future, and then also pivoted towards your exact needs. So what you exactly like to see. That AI will learn everybody way better than we know ourselves. So it will show you exactly what you didn't know you wanted to see. That's going to happen.
I think the integration of AI in our lives, in everybody's lives, will make us lazy.
Biggest part, and that's maybe lazy, I don't, maybe, but it's mostly purpose. Purpose is the most important thing for a human being. And if you don't have a purpose, people will, decide to maybe, that they just don't want to. If you have no purpose, you get loads of depressions. Yeah, and I don't know how we're going to solve that. Yeah. To end on a positive note, that's always a good idea, right?
So to round it off on a positive note, do you have any personal favorite motivational quotes for entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I think assumptions are the mother of all fuck ups. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. So everybody thinks that everybody wants their product, and then they produce their product or they bring it to market, and they notice nobody wants their product. So you should do it the other way around. Just start selling, and not only sell. Ask your mom, hey mom, would you buy this product? Yeah, cool product, sure. No, ask somebody a bit different, I think, and also say, okay, you want to buy this product? Okay, here's the contract. You're going to buy it. It's going to cost 500 euros. Sign here. And then they say, oh, wait, 500 euros. Then they start thinking why they wouldn't do it. And that's the sweet spot you have to know before you start building something.
Thank you, Wout, for being here. We are super grateful for you sharing all this information to everybody and also us. We learned a lot. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Founders Files. We'll hope you be back for the next episode. Have a nice day.